Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today, we're decoding something that's often misunderstood: introverts. You've probably heard people say things like, they're too quiet, or they don't like people, or they need to open up more. But the truth? Introverts aren't shy or antisocial, they're just wired differently. So let's break down the psychology behind introverts, how they think, what drives them, and why their silence might be a sign of depth, not weakness. 1. The brain chemistry of introversion. Let's start with the science. Introverts and extroverts are biologically different. Introverts' brains are more sensitive to a chemical called dopamine, the neurotransmitter that drives excitement, reward, and stimulation. For extroverts, social interactions increase their energy because they crave more dopamine. But for introverts, too much stimulation can be overwhelming. That's why they prefer calm, quiet spaces, not because they dislike people, but because their brains process social energy differently. So when an introvert says, "I need some alone time," it's not rejection, it's recovery. 2. Deep thinking, slow talking. Introverts are internal processors. They think before they speak, analyze before they act, and reflect before they decide. That's why they might pause in conversations or take time to respond. They're not being awkward, they're being thoughtful. Psychologists call this high cortical arousal. It means their minds are constantly active, filled with thoughts, connections, and details. While others talk to think, introverts think to talk. And that depth is their greatest strength. 3. Energy and boundaries. Here's the big difference. Extroverts gain energy from people. Introverts spend it. After a long day of meetings, parties, or even friendly chats, introverts need solitude to recharge. It's like plugging their mind back into silence. This isn't about being rude, it's about balance. Without alone time, introverts can burn out emotionally and mentally. Alone time isn't loneliness, it's maintenance. 4. Emotional awareness and sensitivity. Introverts are often highly sensitive to their surroundings, tone, facial expressions, even the mood in a room. This makes them deeply empathetic and emotionally intelligent, but also easily drained by conflict or chaos. They notice things others miss, the small gestures, the energy shifts, the unspoken words. That sensitivity is a superpower, but only if they protect it. 5. Meaning over noise. Introverts don't crave a crowd, they crave connection. They'd rather have one deep conversation than 10 shallow ones. To them, silence isn't empty, it's peaceful. They find meaning in reflection, creativity, and solitude. That's why many introverts thrive in writing, art, music, and psychology, places where they can express themselves without competing for attention. And ironically, while extroverts seek visibility, introverts often seek understanding. Outro. So if you're an introvert, don't let the world make you feel small for being quiet. Your stillness is your strength. You think deeply, feel deeply, and connect authentically. And if you're an extrovert, remember, introverts aren't avoiding you. They're just recharging so they can show up as their best selves. Because in a world that never stops talking, sometimes the quietest minds have the loudest thoughts. If this resonated with you, drop a comment below. Are you more introverted or extroverted? And if you love understanding the psychology behind human behavior, hit that like button and subscribe, because here we don't just observe people, we decode the mind.